Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we'll be taking a look at the brand new Character Options Vortex Edition set. And this one is Constable Zreeg and Sergeant Zogroth Wrath Warrior set. Now, this is one that we saw at Toy Fair quite a few years ago with the 15th Doctor and Ruby. We ended up getting the 15th Doctor, we ended up getting Ruby, and this was the last one from that exciting little set of reveals. And yeah, finally it's here, and we've got it in a 2-pack, which is even better. And you'll see soon that actually they're not exactly the same figure. But anyway, let's take a look at the packaging. So I won't go into the front too much because it's the same as you've come to expect. And then at the side, it's got the Doctor Who logo, and it continues on that sort of rainbowish Vortex design. And then taking a look at the back, please feel free to pause and read if you would like to read the text. It's got a description about the set, and then it's got a description about the episode and the contents of the set. Then the other side has the sort of cut corner on it. It's got the Doctor Who logo, and yeah, that is it. So starting to open it out the packaging, and as you can see behind, it's got a lovely little art insert, which I will show you in a moment. But otherwise, they are just strapped in the box with white card cable ties. And there is an additional feature in this packaging just to look out for when you do open it, which I will show you in a moment. But yeah, if we take those out, and as you can see, the insert is the Nobles street just outside their house, where there was a big battle between the Wrath Warriors and the unit soldiers. And as you can see, there's 2 of them there, yielding their weapons, standing there in the street ready to fight unit, which I think is pretty cool. So when it comes to this packaging, one thing to look out for is that there are display stands that are essential for these figures, and they are hidden in the back of the plastic tray. So yeah, there they both are. Do look out for those, because it's very easy to chuck it away and miss it. And these figures do require the stands in order to stand up. And here they are, 2 little discs like that with little feet holes in them. So yeah, taking a look at the figures, and I'm honestly lost for words at how cool these are. The last time we got a monster design that is brand new was, I think, the Recon Daleks. And before that, it might have been the Peg Doll, which is absolutely crazy. Everything else we've had since then has had reused parts. Apart from the Meep, obviously, but that's a smaller figure. But yeah, they're absolutely lovely. Very, very tall. I will show some comparisons with the 14th Doctor and the Meep figure shortly. But they're just packed with so much deco. That I just can't believe that they actually exist. The detailing is absolutely lovely, and particularly in the sort of torsos, you can see that actually where they're both different is that they have different torso sculpts. They've got little indentations of like little, I can't really explain it, but little dots that are like indented into the actual sculpt, and they're different on both of them, which I think is a really cool additional feature just to make them identifiable as Zreeg and Zogroth, as like separate Wrath Warriors. Then as you can see, it's got a lovely sort of weathering over that sort of bone-like armour. The skin is like a reptilian-y kind of pattern with little creases in it, and a lovely paint sort of wash over the top to really bring out those details. The legs and the sort of mid-section area are the same sort of deco, but they look lovely. Weaponry wise, it's got this big massive claw which looks really, really cool, and it's well articulated too. And then it's got their kind of squishy looking tentacle arm which holds the guns, and you will see shortly that they are removable, which is a lovely additional feature in that. Yeah, and I absolutely love them. The legs again are in the same style of deco with that sort of Vortex plastic bone kind of colour with some dark weathering over it. And then the knees, the sort of ankle-y sections and the calves, or just above the calves, they've got that same sort of reptilian-y kind of scale-like skin with a light paint job with a dark wash over it to bring out all of those details and make them look a bit slimy and reptilian-y. So the gun is quite easy to pull out the arm, so you just pull it out. They are quite squishy, the hands, the tentacles, so it makes it easier just to pull them straight out with a little bit of a twist. And the tentacles do look really nice, even without the gun. They've got loads of detailing in there, sort of like crinkles in the skin, little nib things. I don't really know how to explain them or how to describe them. And then, as I say, the claw is lovely. It's articulated. It's got a lovely sort of nip action with the claw. And yeah, that bone-like plastic with the dark wash over it really just brings out all the textures and makes it look really, really realistic. It also does swivel. I will do for articulation later. But yeah, the other feature that's super, super cool in this is the light tunnel. So there's a tiny little dot in the head, and when you put it under a light, it makes it look like the eyes are lit up, which looks super cool. And then you put your finger on it and there you go. It looks like they've died like they did in the car park scene, which I just think is a fun little feature. It really does work well. Then taking a look at the gun, and it's got some really, really lovely detailing in it. It's kind of got these like tiny little triangles that just give it a nice texture. And then it's all in black with some silver weathering, some little blue designs for like buttons, with silver enhancements on it too, that just really, really add to the sculpt and make it look really cool. So yeah, as you can see, it's really easy to pop them back in, and then you can just twist the trigger of the gun round the bottom tentacle and it just fits in there perfectly, and looks really, really nice. So I did try and get him to stand up, but I lost patience. So here's the articulation. The head does rotate 360 and it goes up and down ever so slightly. It is hindered slightly by the kind of outer of the neck, but it does twist all the way around. The torso's got an ab crunch, so it swivels round and bends forward and back, giving you that extra posability. The arm has like a ball joint at the kind of shoulder, it's really, and then at the elbow as well. The claw twists around, and as I said, the elbow bends in and out. The pincer does open and close. It does slightly bend back into shape. So I think maybe it's a little bit stiff on mine, but yeah, you can loosen it up and it will open and stay open. And then obviously same for the other arm pretty much when it comes to the articulation. Obviously it doesn't have a claw that opens and closes, but it does have a swivel at the kind of wrist of the tentacles. And then in the crotch area, it opens and closes, and it's on a ball joint, so it does rotate round as well, like that. And then the knees are on a ball joint, so they can swivel 360, and then you can open them and close them so that the knees are open or closed. And then same with the kind of mid leg area. It's got a ball joint, and so it goes up and down and rotates 360. The ankles do have a pivot in there to move up and down and swivel. It is quite thin and fragile, so I wouldn't force it because it may break the ankles. To be honest, you don't really need to articulate the ankles, so it's not something I particularly worry about. But yeah, it does need the stand, as I say. You could potentially display it without the stand if you have some things in front of it to kind of prop them up. But yeah, they don't balance very well, just like the show. So for scale comparison, here it is next to a 14th Doctor custom I made, which is just the recent coatless one, but with the coat added and a slight repaint on the coat. So as you can see, they're a lot taller. Same for the coatless version of the 14th Doctor. They are absolutely massive in comparison. And then finally, they look massive, massive, massive compared to the Meep. But they do look really, really cool together. They certainly are going to look awesome on a display, and I'm quite excited to see figure photographers doing some nice photography with them all. But yeah, absolutely fantastic figures. I really, really, really do love them. I think they are probably my favourite release of the year. So thank you all so much for watching. This is the final figure review of the year. I will have another little video coming out in the next few days, which will be of some nice accessories that Star One Props has created and will be selling. And I've purchased some of those to include with these lovely Wrarth Warrior figures. So yeah, look out for that. Thank you all for watching my videos this year. Please let me know what figures you're hoping character release next year. I'm very excited to see what next year brings based on the stuff that we've had this year. I think we've had some amazing figures. So yeah, otherwise, thank you all for watching. Thank you.